Hey guys, what's up? Mike McDonald here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And do you have an ownership mindset, and are you instilling that in your team? Well, if not, it might be one thing that you want to add in to really take your business to the next level. So, what is an ownership mindset? Well, basically it's shifting from an employee mindset to having the mindset of that you own the business, or you're in charge, or you run everything. So how do you instill that in your employees? Well, one is just explaining the concept to them. So for example, think about it like if you owned the business, how would you treat things differently? So for example, let's say you were shutting down the store and you left the lights on all night. Now, if you're the employee, you really don't care. It doesn't matter to you. You get paid the same. It doesn't make a difference. But if you were the owner and you had to pay that electric bill, you might get annoyed, or you'd be like, okay, I need to turn off the lights because I don't want to be paying for that extra electricity. Obviously, that's a small example, but you could also do it with something like, for example, let's say you go through a certain amount of supplies every single month, but your numbers are always off. You're always using too much. And one way that you might want to instill an ownership mentality would be to create some type of incentive around that. Now, again, it doesn't have to be a monetary incentive. It could just be simple recognition. So for example, let's say whatever task you might go through, you use a certain amount of supplies, and you can either use the correct amount, you can use too much, whatever. So at the end of the month, let's say you track those numbers per each individual, what they're doing, and then you give some sort of recognition at the end of the month and be like, hey, Bob, he had the least amount of supplies used this month, and let's congratulate him, whatever. So maybe you do that, or you do it within sales quotas or hitting the numbers. So for example, if you have an ideal target that you want to hit to create results, cool, you celebrate what you want to duplicate and you create some type of recognition. Or it could be something small. Maybe it's a $10 gas card, or Chipotle gift card, who knows, for $5-10, something like that, where it's a small incentive where people want to achieve that, and then they will start to develop the habits of having that ownership mentality that, cool, if I hit my numbers, it not only is a benefit for themselves, their business, the company, your business, whatever, you're creating some type of competition base with it, creating an incentive around it to develop those ownership mentalities. And again, this could apply anywhere in your life. So let's say you got kids and they never do chores, or they never pick up their toys. Well, cool, you create some type of incentive. Maybe it's they get to go to the movie on the weekend if they hit their chore goal every single day. So you create that ownership mentality where, if it's your house, you want it to look nice, you want it to be clean, cool, you don't want to be responsible for it, so you can delegate to your children, but you create some type of incentive, some type of game around it where they can develop that ownership mentality of they want to keep the place clean as well because there's benefit to them. So again, it doesn't have to be anything huge. It could be going to the movies, going to the grocery store and getting some candy, or buying a toy at the dollar store, who knows, whatever. You create some type of incentive around that ownership mentality mindset, and if you can instill that in your team and with whatever area it is, kids, work, business, it's really going to take things to the next level and can help you, reach your goals faster. So hopefully you guys got benefit out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you are in network marketing, head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com. You can actually enter your name and email. You're going to get access to my totally free audio training, 14 proven keys to inviting for your network marketing business. But appreciate your guys' time. We'll talk to you again soon.